What's up? It's Brojingus, your favorite inefficient level 3 Ultimate Iron Man. Let me show you guys what I've been up to the past month or so. It's currently the morning of January 21st. I hope to get this video out a couple days ago, but I got sidetracked with a handful of things. And basically the two big things I've been up to are woodcutting, as promised, going for level 57, currently level 53. I actually thought I would achieve it by now, but a couple things slowed me down, and two, I'll show you some crafting that I sometimes weave into this. So let's see, I don't remember exactly where the skills were when I ended off the last video, but I was very early into the account. I was doing Knight's Sword. I died at that video, and then I had Brojingus come and escort me to get the Blue ore. So obviously my smithing was like level 1 or something. So it's 35. That's gone up a bit, mostly from Knight's Sword, but I did go and I had to train a little bit of, I think, mining with copper and tin. So I smithed a bit off that, and then a bunch off, well, it's not that much, but a bit off silver bars as well. I went and I spent a bunch of time at the Camdozaal after that last video, and what I did was I basically had to just train mining, it's very AFK, and keep learning how to do the vault, which I was very bad at the beginning. You have like less time than it feels like. You think you're fine, and then you get to you're trying to leave, and you have like 20 seconds to go, and you realize you're not going to make it. So I kind of had to get a feel for how many lock boxes I could go for. And I was really targeting the medium ones because those are the ones that could drop the Earth Talisman. But luckily, I got it, I think, below drop rate. I got it relatively quickly, so I didn't have to spend forever in Camdozaal, even though I failed the vault like 2 or 3 times. And then I realized, like, okay, great, I've got this talisman, but now I have to make it into tiara just to use up the inventory space. I mean, I guess I didn't have to make it into tiara, but I wanted to get that out of the way because, yeah, I wanted to get the inventory spot out of the way, and it would be important to have like a decent crafting level for, to prepare it anyway. I did a lot of like preparatory stuff. I mean, before I even started recording, I had gotten like fishing to 20, so I can do fly fishing whenever I need to. And I don't remember what else I knocked out. Maybe I didn't really knock out anything at that time. I think I had just done like enough mining for the blue for Knight's Sword. And then I went and really painstakingly and slowly got my way to 9 runecrafting, and then I think the lamp got me to 10. And I think I was doing that I was in the process of doing that during the last video. And then basically since then, I spent a while at Al-Kharid making some holy symbols, and then later tiaras, so I could finally get this tiara made. And then most of my time has been woodcutting here. And so I was hoping I would get 57 woodcutting, but that took me longer than I hoped. One, because this is like not very AFK. I always underestimate a little bit like how fast early levels take, but mostly, woodcutting I just think of in my head as this AFK skill, and most of the time when I train it on Brojingus, I do like AFK willows. Like, I don't care that other stuff's faster. Willows are reasonable and they're AFK, and I look at my screen, once every 30 seconds. But here that's not like the case, and so I basically go and I cut a bunch of willow logs and I light them in a fire, and the fire making requires my attention and clicking, and I've gotten decent at being able to sneak it in while playing another account. There I missed the clicks. I'm just smithing on Brojingus right now, and I'm not super focused right now. And after this inventory, I'll show you the other thing I've been doing, the reason for which was, you can see my inventory management's pretty poor, and I have this tiara mold here because I've been doing some silver because I started to fill up with gems. I had some uncut noted sapphires, at least they were noted, and I refuse to throw away rubies. Like, that's gonna be a gem that I just keep, and at least these are noted, but now these are unnoted. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get up to, I think I can sneak through here, yes. I'm going to try and get up to 34 crafting so I can cut them, and maybe higher crafting so I can make them into rings. you know, cutting them is not that like big of a deal. Oh, that's the same level. That's great. So I want to like be able to make them into rings so that I have the rings of forging, you know, for later use, and I can use up one inventory slot by just wearing one. I actually don't really know how many I'm about to steal from this guy. Probably. Yoink. I don't really know how many Chronicle charges I have. I should check. It's possible I have 0. Okay, about 40. One thing I was going to do is I was going to get to like runecrafting, you know, right after hitting the grind with woodcutting. And what I realized is that, where am I? Okay, what I realized is that I need money for Chronicle charges, and so I was like, oh, I have to do something that gives me money, so that makes sense to go back to and do some crafting first, which is kind of why I was doing that in Alcarid. And then it also occurred to me when I started thinking about like how this route works, I probably could have just done runecrafting on my own. Like the route, I'll have to study exactly how it goes, but when you don't have law runes, you know, I think it goes something like like the Chronicle method, depending basically how much money you have, is it's like you start from the Chronicle teleport area. Jesus. They usually come in twos. You start from like the Chronicle teleport area, you run over to Aubrey, you know, you get teleported, and you mine your essence, you go make earth runes, then you Chronicle teleport back and repeat. And then when you need run energy, instead of Chronicle teleporting and running to Varrock, you Chronicle teleport and you run over to the canoe and you go up to Varrock's Enclave and use the Clan Wars portal to recharge. And then you, depending on how precious your charges are, I think you either Chronicle teleport back or you just canoe back. I think it probably used to be like a little more practical to canoe back because there was a 100 buy limit on teleport cards, but now that's not a thing anymore. So if you have the money, you would just double teleport, which I think I should see like how much money I kind of get off crafting. But I think it should be enough because like really the only thing I need money for is teleport cards. And I don't know, like the rune shops restock really fast, so I don't know if I can actually sell money or sell earth runes back to Aubrey for like any money, but they'd be like 1 GP each anyway probably, so it's a pretty negligible amount. Uh-oh, getting mugged. Should be fine. Oh, but I won't be able to hop. That's fine. But like the only other thing I need money for being a skiller, well, really just being like a free-to-play Iron Man, is I need money for feathers, and feathers obviously are like the cheapest item. I mean, it's I think 200 coins for a pack of 100. I think. I mean, it's a little more if you buy them like a couple packs at a time. But you know, let's even say like upper bound 3 coins per feather. I mean, you just don't need that many feathers. You need like 220,000 for 99. So you need like 400, or so you need like 600k. I mean, that's in the scheme of things, that's so little money, and just every other GP can go towards teleport cards. So, so I'll have to think about exactly how I approach that. Oh, thanks, Chief. Okay, top worlds. I think I've got 3 more to go. Should double check that. Maybe I have 6. And anyways, yeah, so it's like you could either like double Chronicle teleport back after the, you know, for the run restoring, or you could just not. Oh, that's right, I didn't drop the tinderbox. I should, out of like pragmatism. And I just buy a new tinderbox. Just buy one every time, so I can get an extra inventory slot. Mining these used to be so hard. It was like this real game of cat and mouse with the actually right now I probably just have a home teleport I can use. Whatever. I'll do it next lap. but now at least silver's like not that bad, and the mugger is easier to dodge and it doesn't hit as hard. I thought this might be like an issue being level 3. There's all these challenges that I've never dealt with because I've never really played like a level 3 account or like an Ultimate Iron Man, so a lot of this is new learning experience for me. I have an idea of what some of like the meta methods are, but some of them, a lot of those are also listed as though for like regular Ultimate Iron Man, so sometimes level 3s really have to improvise. At least the clan chat, I'm sure they could answer my questions, but for these low levels, I've kind of just been figuring things out on my own, and it's been fine. So yeah, I need to figure out if I should do holy symbols at any point for the money. But I think tiaras is fine for the experience, at least for now. Especially since what I've been like beating around the bush and trying to get to is that I realized like the run restore probably isn't the most important thing in the world. I think the XP rate for like double teleport, chronicle, runecrafting with Aubrey with like 25 inventory slots, I think that's something like maybe 5k an hour, 4.5k an hour. It was somewhere in the range of like 5,000 experience. But I'm realizing, like when I actually looked at the map, I was like, if I play this account and it's on the side and it's like Brojingus is still like my main focus, like I don't mind if I'm walking a bunch of the time. Like if I go to the Earth altar and back, I bet the XP rate's still like 3k an hour, which is like no run restores. Obviously that's like bad. I mean, that's like a big loss in XP. But what it does mean is that I don't need to get this like preparatory stuff done if I just want to like train a little bit of runecrafting. And that was really my original plan. Like I don't care so much to train efficient runecrafting like off the bat. I just want to get like 30 or maybe 40 so that my lamps don't go to waste. I heard somewhere else you can't have more than one lamp in your inventory. So I was just sitting on a lamp for a little while and then decided to bite the bullet and use it, and that's how I got to 10 runecrafting. Getting 90 XP off a lamp feels pretty bad, and that could be so much more, but that's fine. And also, like, if you want to, efficiently sell your tiaras and stuff, you should do some world hopping, which once I start to try and, like, maximize cash, like, I'll probably be doing that. Probably more with holy symbols, but I'm just going to sell 50, buy a tinderbox, and then go back to my willow trees while my run restores for all this. I think I'm still gonna have to walk a little bit because the trees are north of like the cow pen, but this is basically how kind of my like macro lap looks, and it's not that bad. It's pretty relaxing. I thought that world hopping for silver would be like a huge pain, but the silver in Varrock is like not that competitive. I think it's relatively practical for Ultimate Iron Man, but I think Crafting Guild is still generally more practical for most accounts. And I gotta check what level I need for Crafting Guild. I want to say it was like 43. I don't even know if it says in the skill. Yeah, I don't think it says in the skill thing, but I think it was like 43 to get into the Crafting Guild. I should look into that. But I don't know. That'll probably like change my methods at some point. I don't know. I'll have to like time out how long does kind of this lap take, especially if I chronicle teleport back, because that could actually make it fast, or take another canoe. Versus if I, do the Crafting Guild and walk all the way to Falador. I have to imagine walking to Falador is worse. It's like gotta be worse. But maybe. I don't know. The biggest difference in methods for me is that I just don't have any law runes. I'm never going to train combat or magic. Even if I could get law runes from a shop, I'm not going to train magic, and so that restriction means that basically the only teleports I have are like minigame, home teleport, which obviously are in a recharge timer, and then the chronicle. I'm not going to get Skull Scepter because I'm not going to do combat for it, and I'm not going to get bone fragments. So that's also out of the question. And so unless they introduce a new teleport, that's basically it for me. So the canoe system is probably going to be pretty important. A lot of these skills are probably going to be trained across River Lum here, but the free-to-play universe is not that big anyway. I don't know, after I actually get the like 30/40 rune crafting that I would like, I don't really know what I'm going to do next. I think that probably, I don't know, I think well, I still want to get this crafting up. So that's going to be like first priority. And I'll probably have to do some smithing just to be able to get gold. Because with the amount of silver bars I'm smelting, like the smelt XP is just too low for me to like reasonably level smithing. So I'm gonna have to train something. I mean, probably gonna have to train a little bit of like iron smithing without um, without like ring of forging. I mean, that's fine. I can't like expect to have rings of forging for all the iron I ever smelt. Yeah, I think I can check out like how easy or hard it is for me to get rubies, but gonna guess that's just not feasible. But having rubies on hand. Oh, yeah, that's right. I think there actually is. There's some kind of gold spawn in the wilderness that I just remembered, and I don't remember if it's an ore or a bar, but I think it might actually be a bar. If it's a gold bar, I can go get it. I kind of doubt anyone's gonna attack me. I can go get it, and then I can just make my rings off that. So yeah, I should look into if there's another way to get gold bars. I know Goblin Diplomacy gives you one, but I'm 99% sure I did that already. Yeah. And then I should check if there's any other quests I haven't done that give me a gold bar. I don't really think they are, but it's worth checking. And then I also haven't done Mythstall and Mystery, which, as I recall, gives me some gems. So that's like some more kind of gems that I have in the bag to potentially use down the line. Anyways, that's really all I've got. The total level went up by 1. I didn't talk too much about the stats in particular, but 289 total. Level still goes super fast. Hope to see you guys next time with well over 300 total. And I also hope you're looking forward to the Brojingus update in a week or two.